Well, synthetically, they've figured it out, and they synthetically create it, and dermatologists now use that to remove warts, actually. So my son had a wart removed from the underside of his chin by putting this cantharidin chemical on the underside of his chin. It is also, and I wouldn't call this medicine, but it is also, that's what Spanish fly is. You've ever heard of Spanish fly? It's a supposed aphrodisiac. Okay. Well, Spanish fly is actually not a fly. It's Spanish beetle, Spanish blister beetle. But it's the same. They're definitely. It's a vasodilator, right? That's the reason why I thought to be an aphrodisiac, because it makes your cheeks rosy and stuff like that. But it's also incredibly toxic. Very dangerous. Yeah.
So I noticed the chamise, the one parasite you showed with all the white.
Yeah.
Here, it seems like the chamise has it on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just loaded.
Yeah, and again, with galls, we really see population cycles in those as well. So sometimes you'll just have a huge year where it's like, whoa, holy cow, what's going on? These plants are all going to die. And then you might see them at really low levels for the next 5 years, and that kind of thing. I bet there's, that was a great question about medicinal insects, and there's more than what I shared with you, but I can't think of them all right now. Did you have a question? No.
Yeah, there seems to be, the little I've read, there seems to be a great spread in terms of the life age of different insects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of them live for 30 years, some of them live for a month. That seems,
yeah,
is there an
all over the
explanation?
place. Well, one thing to remember as well is that there's different phases of being an insect, right? You're an egg, you're a larva, sometimes you're a pupa, and then you're an adult. And a lot of times the adult phase can be very brief. So there's this group called the mayflies, and you've got mayflies here out in your creek for sure, without a doubt. The mayflies are called the ephemeroptera, that's a fancy name for them, ephemeral winged insects, the ephemeral winged insects. And they don't even have functional mouth parts, so as adults, as larvae, they're out in that stream right now, and they will be out there all year round, okay, until it comes time for them to emerge, and then they'll live and mate for 2 days, and then they go back into the water, and then they're there again as an egg stage or at some sort of stage. But beyond that, you're absolutely correct. There are some things that go through their entire life cycle within weeks. And then there are things like, we've had darkling beetles that we've kept in captivity at the museum for like 10 plus years, And so, it is, the scale's all over the place. And I think it just kind of speaks to the diversity. One of the reasons why I think insects are so diverse is because they jam themselves into any niche possible. And if that niche only lasts for 2 weeks, that's not going to stop them from trying to take advantage of it. I don't know. I'm not sure that was the best answer.
Do you see many scorpions?
We definitely have lots of scorpions in San Diego. I can't remember the total number of species. I think we're somewhere around 18 different species in San Diego. And they occur all the way from the coast, all the way over to the desert. We tend to see them more commonly over in the desert because our ones around here they really like to hide under rocks and stuff like that. But if you've got a black light, you can get a little flashlight. I shouldn't tell parents, you can order this online. But there are little LED black lights that you can get so you can go out on scorpion hunts because scorpions glow when you shine UV light on them. So it's a good thing to take on camping trips because you can find a scorpion, you can make sure that they're not around your sleep.
So where would be the best area if we really wanted to go somewhere and find something? Where the springs, like in particular, do you personally know of a certain area?
In the desert?
Yeah.
Or anywhere.
Anywhere in Anza-Borrego. And if you go out in Anza-Borrego Desert State Park and you walk around,
I just found one last week in Ramona grassland. We lifted up a log and there
around here.
tarantula,
I find them all, once a year I find one in our
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In coastal San Diego, you really do have to kind of flip logs and stuff like that. But the nice thing is if you go camping out in Anza Borrego, then like they come out at night. You need to go on a warmish night because they are temperature sensitive. So you want nighttime temperatures that are going to be like above 65. So, yeah.
Did you see him have you seen him in Elfin Forest?
In Elfin Forest, no, I have not. But I haven't been around in Elfin Forest very much.
We have had scorpions. We have a little shed out there, and I found some in the
Yeah.
spider web before.
Oh, wow.
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
What, do you find more tarantulas or scorpions?
They both, but more
We have a lot of
tarantulas.
tarantulas when they walk. When it's the marching time, yeah.
When it's the marching time?
In the fall, the males will go out and find the
They're all over, you see a lot of them, if you go out the dirt roads and stuff.
And they're kind of, well, the fancy word is crepuscular, so that it's that if you're out in the middle of the day, you might encounter them, but the best time is like late evening is when they start to get active. So when the sky turns gray, dusk is good.
You don't want to get picked off.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of them, if you see the scorpions, or the tarantula hawks,
Yeah.
there's a ton of them around.
Yeah.
That kind of tells you.
Yeah, it must be out.
They're smelling their way.
So thank you, Dr.
Yeah, no,
Wall.
it's
That
my
was great. So if anybody's interested in signing our mailing list to get notified for future talks, I'll leave this clipboard up
What's that?
here. And we
Yeah,
do
these are
have
mine. Yeah.
another lecture series coming up Thursday, July 21st.
No, okay. Oh, yeah, I know. Luis, yeah. He was I didn't know that. Okay, cool, very cool. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Right.